Okay guys, we're here at the first of the barrier bosses, and this one is actually, I'm not going to say it's the toughest, but it's definitely very tough because of his high attack. I haven't really done much grinding, but I was able to get through him with a little bit of luck. But yeah, you're probably better off grinding the levels a little bit more until she gets a little bit more HP. She doesn't need too much more, like just I would say 450 HP would be just enough to be comfortable, but she's just at the borderline of being a little bit uncomfortable because when he critically hits, he hits for like 240. But anyway, let's go over our stats as usual. I only leveled up like a little bit. We got all our spells. Her strength is at 184. That is very respectable with all the strength seeds that we've been giving her. There's still a chance though that we're probably going to need to have Tornico come in and give her the rest of the strength seeds and possibly some resilient seeds too, depending how things go. But at the moment, she's doing okay. Her agility's fine. I even have the. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have the mighty armlet on. I can't believe I forgot that. But yeah, that's why her strength's doing so well. She's got a little that plus 20 or how much is that anyway? Let me do a quick check. It's 15. Wait, 15? 30, 25. 25. Okay. So she's got an extra 25 strength on her. But yeah, Mighty Armlet's pretty good on her. I have that on her so because she doesn't need to be fast for this fight. And yeah, her resilience could be a little bit better. Wisdom doesn't matter anymore. She has all her spells. That's the only thing Wisdom does in this game. I think luck is just for debuffs, but it might help with crit a little bit. I don't think it does though. But with the liquid metal sword, she's got a very nice attack, and her defense is pretty good too. If I get a couple more mini metals, I'll be able to get the shield, the Metal King, or liquid metal shield for her, and then she'll be way up there. Well, much better off at least, and she'll also have natural breath resistance instead of having to cast it. As for item setup, we saw a little bit here, but yeah, I have the Mighty Armlet on her. We also got the Happy Hat recently, thanks to mini metals. That's slightly a better defense than the Golden Tiara, so may as well give it to her. The Iron Shield's her best shield until she can get the Liquid Metal Shield, though. But you know what? The Iron Shield does help just a tiny bit thanks to the fire and ice resistance. So don't poo-poo on that. It's actually pretty good. It's just, there's definitely better. And Metal Armor, Liquid Metal Armor to help reduce magic, but also that mega boost in defense. Now, as for items here, the tarot cards are not as useful here. You've got already really good attack, and emergency healing is not a good idea for this fight. So, forget that. Massacre Sword, same thing, don't worry about it. Now, the Zenithian Shield is the only important thing here because Pruslas here can cast Kasap. And you don't want that, because then you're going to be stuck healing until it wears off. Luckily, he runs out of MP pretty fast, so all you have to do is cast Bounce first, and then work your way from there. So, with that all said, why don't we go ahead and get started? Now, he wants to trick us, we don't care. Let's start the fight against Pruslas. Alright, so to start things off, get that Zenithian Shield up. And he's going to start with a crit. 241 damage, plus the 60-ish damage, so he does about 300... You can do up to 300 damage in a single round, because I don't think he double crits. Alright, he defended, so we can go ahead and attack it safe. Good. Get tapped. We are under 300, so we have to full heal. That's how that is. 293, we could risk it. Alright, he defended, that's fine, but now we got a full heal. It's that bad, guys. You can't risk it. And he's out of MP now, so we're safe. So, we could just attack. Alright, we are under. I am going to go ahead and just Staff of Salvation anyway, just to get a little bit of a boost. Alright, I think that was a pointless thing for me to have done. I was thinking I was saving MP, but then I remembered, oh no, she has plenty of MP for this. She just has to heal very often. Ow. But thank you for defending. But yeah, this is the fight. You have to heal often. This is worthy of a risk, I think. But yeah, you want to have at least 300 in general, and hope he defends often so you can get your attacks in. And yes, you do want to attack. It's much more steady than her kaswoosh in this instance. Okay, we're good. Keep defending. I appreciate that so much, Pruslas. And then we have to full heal. It feels so wasteful to have to do that full heal often, but that's why I said you're probably better off getting... I'm going to full heal anyway. You're probably better off getting a couple more levels and get that HP up. But it's getting a little tiresome to level her up at this point. Oh, thank you for defending. Yeah, if he decides not to defend, you're going to be stuck healing for a bit. I mean, as if this isn't ridiculous already. That's under. I'm going to go ahead and heal because we're far enough in that I don't want to risk it. Luckily, she has the MP for this. This is worse, though, than the hero having to do this because... Oh... The hero at least has a lot better HP in general. Because the hero could at least attack than heal. But her, she basically has to heal, attack more often than not. Oh, good crit. And no retaliation crit either. I love that. Oh, never mind. He just had delayed. He delayed that retaliation. That's all. But yeah, we gotta keep healing. He's probably near death right now. Nope. I'm not risking it. Okay, thank you for defending. Alright. I'm not gonna risk it yet, because on my test run, yeah. On my test runs, that happened where I was like, I'll risk it, and then it went like, nope, desperate attack, and I died. But yeah, she needs it. Based on what the HP thresholds I'm seeing, she probably needs 30 more HP. But there we go. Pruslas is down. He should be the toughest fight, but I actually have not tested the others yet. However, I imagine that Aamon and Rashaverak, hopefully I said it right this time, is probably going to be easy. Yeah, Barbatos might be the tricky one in this instance. But, alright. Next up, I'll test out Barbatos. I'll see you there. Okay, guys, we're here at Barbatos, and he's not too bad. He can be a little tricky thanks to his war cry and being able to attack 2 times in a round sometimes. So you got to be careful with that. But we have the same stats as we did with about to call him Barbatos. No, Pruslas. So I'm not going to go over that. But as for our item setup, I generally have everything the same. Our tarot cards are going to be semi-useful, but they're not as needed. We will probably want the Zenithian shield, though, for this, because it definitely is helpful. Everything else, though, is not very necessary. I mean, you could use the Massacre Sword if you really want to, but because he attacks twice, I generally don't find it useful, especially when you're doing a solo run. That's better if you have two or more people with you. So, but anyway, yeah. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, we're attempting to disturb him, so go to hell, Barbatos. For mini-boss time, let's go ahead and do Zenithian Shield to start. That's nice. And you know what? No. I'm only going to use the cards when I'm a little lower on health. And you could insulate to help against the Chili and Breath and his Flame Breath, but I don't think it's worth wasting your time on it, because this guy takes a bit to kill. Alright, we're around 200 HP. We should heal. That seems to be the heal point, in case he war cries us, like that. Because his best damage is the Flaming Breath, 76 damage, so you kind of want to anticipate for that. I'm going to go ahead and attack. Bounces down. I'd rather get bounced up because of Kaboom, because Kaboom could affect him too and it hurts him, so why not? But yeah, there's going to be a lot of frequent self-healing here. Yeah, we can go ahead and attack still. That's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and risk a card pull. Oh, I'm okay with that. I mean, it saves MP that we didn't really need to save, but I'm okay with it. Alright, we can, and bounces down, and we got stunned. Alright, I'd rather full heal and then absorb a Kaboom if I need to. Okay, we're good. But yeah, the bounce is not as necessary, but I prefer it. Ugh, he's loving his Flame Breath right now. Get some mouthwash, dude. Alright, yeah, if he just normal attacks, we're fine. No, we don't need to do our second safe pull of the cards. I mostly was looking for oomph, but you don't really need it. It just would help speed up the battle. Alright, we're at 200. I'll go ahead and attempt. Oh, thank you! And Bounce decided to go down now. I think I'd rather heal and take a kaboom to the face if I have to. Because we want to get as many... Oh, of course he does that. Well, that just wasted a turn. But take as many turns as you can with that attack. Yeah, kaboom's not going to hurt you too much. And there goes the strength. That sucked. We got suckered a bit there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and bounce up. We can't use the cards anymore without risking instant death on ourselves, so I'm just going to full heal now. This is easier and safer. But yeah, this fight is going to be annoying. Yeah, let's go ahead and heal. Again, the Insulate can help, but it's obnoxious to have to keep bringing it up. Oh, thank you for that crit. Of course, Bounce goes down and you're frozen in fear, so wonderful. Let's heal first, then Bounce. That sounds like I'm about to leave. We're gonna heal and then Bounce? Okay, bye. Of course, Kaboom's not affecting him this time. I like it when it did in the battle, in my test runs, I mean, because it was doing about 150 to him. Alright, let's heal. Yeah, he doesn't have any self-healing according to the wiki. I was just double-checking that. Though that could be wrong. But he does have 3,300 HP, so, you know, it kind of makes sense that things are taking a bit. Bounce is going to wear off, of course. And then he, of course, does kaboom right away. Well, I should kind of think that he doesn't do it that often. Sort of. Let's bounce. And War Cry failed, that's good. Sadly, we don't have a way to resist that. We don't get resistance to that until, like, I don't know, what is it, 9 maybe? With accessories? Maybe it's 8, actually, has it with accessories. That lets you resist the stunning status. But yeah, I think humans are just 50-50 with it. I'm not positive. Bounce, stop wearing off. I mean, at least you are doing your job somewhat, but still. Now, I guess if you wanted to go faster, you could just not use the reflect spell, bounce spell, but I don't know. That does run you the risk of getting a little additional damage at times, too, when you get War Cried, but there you go with Barbatos. He's just annoying more so, but you could see where he could creep in and kill Meena, so. But, alright, that's it for him. I think Rashaverak will be next, and he should be pretty damn easy. I'll see you there. Okay, we're here at Rashaverak, and yeah, it's mostly easy. There's a small chance you may want to bring an Icicle Dirk instead, only because kaswoosh has varying damage, but you should be fine. You just run the risk of him calling for help, that's all. Since one might survive, because since the kaswoosh has such varying damage. I'm not going to go over general setup, though. I mean, you don't really need to see it too much. It's just like, you know, the usual here. You still don't need the Meteorite Bracer, so you could continue with the Mighty Armlet. But let's go ahead and do this. I wouldn't bother with the tarot cards for this fight either. But anyway, it's Rashaverak time. Let's call it that. I don't like calling this really a boss time. It's bosses time? Who knows? Anyway, you do want to start with Insulate because they do breathe a lot on you. You know, like the most rudest people you could think of, like, you know, just going up to you and just breathing on you. But anyway, you could just go ahead and do this with the swoosh. But you see that? 80, 120, 114, or whatever that last one was. I might have missed some of that. It's very varying damage, so some might survive. But yeah, Insulate's the version of Bounce for Meena in this. 200. Yeah, we can go ahead and do another. Because the most they could do is about a 120 with physical damage at this point. Together. Well, 150, excuse me. Because I was 49 damage there. I'm probably going to re-insulate. This wouldn't... And also, yes, I know it's not insulate. It's actually insulatl or whatever. But I'm going to call it insulate no matter what. Because it's just like... It's basically insulate. Just, you know, they move the letters around a little. Alright, we can swoosh. But yeah, 150 or lower is your heal point, or if it's close enough to 150. Like now. Let's heal. Yeah. You guys are just showing your butts and expanding your belly at her. I did not mean to do that. I thought I hit down, but I didn't hit down hard enough on my controller. I'm playing with the PS4 controller. Not that it mattered too much that, oh, this is a case where this gets a little tricky. Please kill them both? Okay, we're good. Yeah, there is a small chance that, you know, if you got too many weird low hits, that you might end up with one surviving and you have to kill others again. If that happens, you can use snooze instead. It's not the end of the world, because they are susceptible to sleep, and that will at least, you know, slow them down. Though they do have 75% resistance to it. It's still an option. Anyway, though, we didn't need to do that. It's Rashaverak's done. We can go to Aamon now. Aamon in his basic bitch form again. I'll see you there. Okay, guys, we're here at Aamon, and I made a mistake. I thought I didn't have enough mini medals for it, but I actually could get the liquid metal shield. I wasn't counting correctly. I really should have just looked at my attributes here. It would have told me I had 52 mini medals. I really thought I was just short by like 1 or 2, but I forgot I also recently finished up the Pioneer Town, so that's going to help her out. As you can see, her defense is 250 now. It's a big help, trust me. But she also has natural breath resistance now too on her thanks to the liquid metal shield. That's going to help a lot. And yeah, it's just all good stuff here. Now, anyway, for item setup, I am continuing with the Mighty Armlet, but you might want to use the Meteorite Bracer just because sometimes Aamon can outrun you. It's a little obnoxious, unfortunately, though, but it's not the end of the world. I would recommend abusing the Zenithian shield just so he's forced to attack you. If he's forced to attack you, he can't do much. He can only do like 20 damage or so, but he does attack twice, so it does add up over time. Still, you're better off doing that, and it basically neuters him completely. You also may want to use the Masker Sword here because he does have decent defense, and it'll just speed it up a little bit. So, don't bother with the Zenithian Sword. He's very frantic about keeping his bounce on him. And the Staff of Salvation, if you feel like you need to conserve MP, sure. It's not super necessary, but just in case, I guess. I imagine if your MP was low on the lower side, you could bring a prayer ring with you or two. So, but in any case, why don't we go ahead and take out basic bitch Aamon now. Yes, you're the true evil, we know. And you're the one that set him on that path because you're a dick. And, you know, you're selfish too, but I mean, I guess we should expect that. You're monsters. Anyway, basic bitch boss time! Alright, to start things off, let's bounce. You know, it's like, hey, Aamon, how you doing? Okay, we're bouncing. Yeah. First things first, get rid of those drooling ghouls. They're gonna add too much damage to you. I can't remember if they can also stun you or something, or paralyze you, but let's not risk it and just get rid of them. Thank you. Alright, now it's just basic bitch, Aamon, and me. First things first, what I'm gonna do is, you know what, let's pull a tarot card. Let's try one more. Well, that was useless. Alright, I wanted to try. Let's go ahead and heal. I was hoping for strength, but, you know, can't always get them. Alright, let's bounce. I'm going to now do one Masker Sword. You know what? I'm not going to bother then. He does have decent resistance to it. 75%, so let's not bother. We have decent attack anyway, still. But yeah, as you can see, he's basically just kind of like barely slapping us. Oh, you got a kaswoosh off. Not that it did much, but you don't even really have to worry about his spells too much, but I'd rather not want to worry about his spells, so let's just attack him. Let's say 90 to Nah, we'll say a 120 to be safe. 120 is the heal point. Especially if he can possibly outspeed you. And that's only in case of bounce wearing off on you. That's his bounce down. And now there's my bounce. Luckily, he seems to prioritize keeping bounce on him before casting a spell, I think. I'm not positive if that's true or just what I seem to run into when I do these. But yeah, kaswoosh is not going to do much damage to him, especially with bounce constantly going up. And also, yeah, it doesn't have reliable enough damage for it. Alright, her bounce is down. But again, her bounce, you don't even have to worry too much about. In fact, if you really want to, you don't even need to have the Zenithian shield in your inventory if you want to make room for other stuff. Because the liquid metals shield does snub, which is basically the same, except it doesn't bounce it back at him. I'm going to refresh this. And let's heal ourselves. But yeah, like for this fight, you probably don't need to worry about having bounce. You probably are better off using snub, and you'll have more inventory room, but you don't really need anything else in your inventory. Yeah, and this fight just gets dragged out because Meena's only doing so much damage. But there we go. Basic bitch Aamon is down and done for. Until Chapter 6, anyway. So all we have left is Pissarro, and I'm probably going to have to grind just to get more HP. I think 500 HP would be best. But I'm not going to... I will test out, like, as I travel to his location and all that. I will test out and see if she can get far or whatever, but most likely I'm probably going to want to get her HP up much higher. But just with a little more HP, I think she might be able to do it without level 99ing. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'll see you there. Who knows when, though, on my timeline.